Hello, everybody. It's Dusty with Duck Somnium's Minerva Studio, and I'm here with Alex, the designer of Notebook Nations. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
We are coming to you today to do a live playthrough of Notebook Nations. We're going to be showing it to you today on Tabletop Simulator, specifically because I am in California and Alex is all the way on the other side of the continent in Virginia. Today, I'm going to be playing the Thimble Empire. Alex, you are playing...
I'm playing the Mushroom Tribes.
Which just happens to be, it's such a toss-up, like who my actual favorite nation is. But Thimbles are definitely one of my favorites.
I was in the comments on the Kickstarter, and I gave my answer, and then I changed it twice in the comments. And you're like, it's okay. You're allowed to have more than one favorite.
You can enjoy more than one. Yeah, they can all be your babies. I think it's funny that Nick, so for anybody who doesn't know, Nick is the other designer of Notebook Nations. Nick keeps popping into the comments and he keeps up, like every day he's updating it. Well, maybe I like this one better. Well, maybe I like this one better. But you know what? Okay. There's 8 of them right now. There's more coming, but there's 8 of them where you can switch every day if you like. For sure. So, okay, without much ado, actually, you know what? Let's do a little gameplay overview. Alex, do you want to talk about the gameplay and just kind of give a high-level overview of what we're doing here?
Yeah, sure. So the way Notebook Nations is played, we're going to be picking initiative on the initiative track on this board. Then we're going to be doing actions on the board. In our fledgling nation, I'm going to be moving my avatar around, trying to get encounters, place buildings, develop my first town hall, and work my way towards the edge of my territory, trying the whole time to gain a victory point in either military, science, or culture. To get that military victory point, I'm going to have to march people across the map and cover Dusty's town hall to get...
This is my little town right here. I'm zooming in for everybody to see. This is my little town right here, my town hall, and my avatar.
Yeah, so I'm going to be trying to march my mushrooms up there, which is actually a really good fit for this nation. We call it the Mush Rush.
The first time I ever played the game with Alex, he did not tell me about the Mush Rush, and I got Mush Rushed really badly. So we played again pretty quickly.
The second victory point type I mentioned was science. That is not my specialty, but it is yours to work your way up this blue track and eventually cover enough or unlock enough research items to gain a victory point. Or the third way, which is to move your way up the purple track and build your wonder in order to win by culture. Because we're playing just to one victory point here. This is the under an hour experience for Notebook Nation. So it'll be the smallest game type.
Start the stopwatch. Make sure we get there. I will keep the copious amounts of talking that I tend to do to a minimum. I think one of the coolest things about this game is, so again, you start with one town hall and you'll see quickly, we're going to begin to add different buildings to our town halls. Our avatars are going to be running around. They're going to be unlocking things. They have source powers. So if I come down here to my nation mat, my avatar has different source powers than Alex's does. So mine, I can use source to recover. So your avatar never gets removed from the board. You can just get stunned. And if he's stunned, though, that takes one of your basic actions. So that's, you can't channel source, you can't get an encounter, you can't build. So there's crown buildings that let you build. And so when you have to recover, for him to have a source power of recover, it makes him super resilient. And then he's also got strong blow, which lets him do extra attack. And then he can taunt, which means that enemy units who are in range have to go attack him. So the Thimbles are very, very, very defense oriented. If I flip over here to Alex's side of the map, his mushrooms are much more like attack oriented. And so source powers for his avatar, it can move, which is a big bonus to get to move again. It can attack, so he can attack twice. And then raid says gain resource equal to the recruit cost of all enemy units you kill this turn. So he can all of a sudden have this massive boost in resources that he can use to do really nasty stuff with. We also have a little different mix of units. In this case, both our characters have units and get up to size 2. But the other characters, like the Seed Children, the Humming Republic, some of the expansion nations, they maybe they don't have size 2 units, or maybe they have a different mix of units. Is it the Hummingbirds? They have a lot more. Don't they have like 6 cavalry? compared to everybody else, or something crazy like that.
They
So,
have like the second smallest military, but the seeds are absolutely the smallest.
and then oh gosh, you have one of those names. Is it Andrea or Andrea? Thank you so much for backing our game today. We really appreciate it. By the way, this is for everybody here. This is Alex's first game with us on Kickstarter. And so while we've done a bunch of Kickstarters, it's been super fun to watch Alex get all excited about everything that's going on with Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, it's been a wild ride for me. It's nice to have you guys watch over me and calm me down, because you have the experience and I'm sitting at my desk like vibrating with energy.
Okay, well, that's kind of an overview. We'll get started. You'll see how everything plays out. So who's got lowest priority? Is it you, Alex?
It is right? Me. So I'm going to get to pick my initiative bonus first. But before we get there, I'm going to take one source on my resource tracker, and you're going to get two source on your resource tracker.
And the reason that is because he's going first and I'm going second.
Right. It has to do with the priority number.
As far as choosing initiative. Now, the interesting thing is rather taking turns in clockwise order or a specific like first player token rotating, we get to choose initiative. And so whoever picks initiative first has the benefit of getting to choose whether or not they're going to go first. But each level on the initiative track, here, let me flip my screen around so people can see you better. Each level on the initiative track has a different bonus that you get. And so you can immediately get food or wood or science or culture, or you can take no bonus. You want to guarantee you go first. And so it's quite the little head game in the beginning to figure out like who, when, how, what. Whoa, okay, yeah. So I got Andrea. Oh, Andrea. Okay, I get it. I did pronounce it correctly. Perfect. Hooray, I did it. My name's really complicated too. Some people, it's like Dusty. Some people it's Dusty. And then you have Alex and Alex, right? Destiny. Oh, yeah, I get that at Starbucks a lot. Destiny or Jesse. I get Jesse a lot too. Amy's grandpa called me Rusty for how many years? Well, basically the whole time I knew him, and I just answered to Rusty. I think he knew it was Dusty. I think he was messing with me, but nobody could ever figure it out.
We also have last names that are both very hard to get right on the first try.
My last name is nearly impossible. Okay, so Alex, initiative. Let's do it.
Yep.
Start the clock. It's 1:07.
So we got our source. That's for starting source. And now we'll do our initiative according to our priority numbers. All of that only matters on the first turn.
Yep.
So I'm taking my token here, and I am going to take one additional food this turn, which I'll get immediately. So I'll take my food from 0 to 1.
Oh, gosh. Now, I should have been already thinking about this, but what do I want? Let's see.
What resource would the blue army most want on the first turn?
Oh, I know it's science, but but I'm making sure that I'm thinking about the fact that I'm about to make, you're going to start spawning things and I'm going to take it in the face. And so I need to decide okay, yeah, I know what I want. Yeah, I'm taking science. It's fine. I'll take science. Okay. The reason, guys, I want science is because if you look at the science track over here, once you pass each of these like thick blue bars, you unlock a new zone worth of science. And so for me, yeah, I want the additional resources per turn, that's for sure. But eventually I want to start unlocking additional units. I want to unlock cavalry because they move farther. I can unlock range because they help me protect myself a little better, additional town halls, and access to my 1-star building. My 1-star building lets me swap science, 1 science for 2 gold or vice versa. And so I'm going to start really ramping up the science, making sure I got tons of that going on. Definitely try to get that for my 1 victory point if I can. And then build my science economy, which for me is sort of like my main shtick. Also, I have some objectives here on my board. I can build a university and it gives me an extra science or culture. If I have 6 gold, it gives me an extra science or culture. And then if I research all tier 3 techs, which is over here, that usually is more like kind of in a longer game, I can get bonuses that way as too. So, all right, Alex, you're first. Since you're first on the initiative track, let's do it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my token up above the initiative track to show that I've taken my turn. That's also going to be useful when we get to the end of the round. And I'm going to immediately get my income. So I take a look at my income card, and I'm going to receive a food, a wood, and a gold. So my food goes up to 2, my wood and my gold go up to 1. Now I'm going to take a look at the buildings that I have available to me. There's two types of buildings, the kind that my town can build and the kind that my avatar can build. I don't have a whole lot to work with here. It's pretty early in the game. Also, I haven't unlocked quite a bit of the buildings that I might want to build. So I think what I'm going to do first is move my avatar. You can see I have avatar actions on my sheet. I can do one thing from each box. So I'm going to move, I'm going to do a basic action, and then I could do a source power if I wanted. I am going to move. My character has a movement of 3, as we can see in the top left of my card. It says 3/6. It means I have a movement of 3 and a range of 6 for my attack. I'm going to go 1, 2, so I don't have to use my whole movement, but I cannot split it up either. So that's it for my movement. Then I'm going to take a basic action called Encounter, and adjacent Interrobang is what this is called if you are a language nerd like me. I'm going to remove that from the map. I'm going to grab the Encounter card, and I'm going to flip it over. This is public information. It's not hidden. And it says 1 free research, must have enough science. I'm pretty sure that I shuffled that, but I'm doing it again just in case. So I will hold on to that and spend it later, maybe when it's a little bit more valuable to me during a research phase. So that's it for my avatar. I've moved, I've done a basic action, and I don't want to spend my 1 source that I have to move an additional time for no reason. So I'm going to spend a gold, a wood, and a food on a market. And this is my town hall's develop action. Dusty, if you take a look at your reference card there, you can see the develop action. It has a bunch of words on it, but I'm going to tell you what it means. Develop lets me build a building that has the correct marker above its name, and it lets me place that building adjacent to my town hall. I can only have 4, and I cannot have duplicates. So,
and by the way, so you know how this game ramps and how you keep track of everything. Each of your buildings can do 1 building action per turn. Your avatar can do can move, do a basic action, and do a source power. And then each of your units can move and then do 1 action. So it's very snappy. Once you get a lot of things on the board, it doesn't become overwhelming because it's just like, what am I going to have this guy do? What am I going to have this guy do? And you keep moving along that way.
Also, if you're forgetful like me, the box comes with some extra tokens, and you can place a token on the stuff that you have already used.
Yep.
So I've used my avatar, I've used my town hall. I just built this market, and in the bottom right of the market card, it has a single gold icon. That means that my gold per turn is going to increase by 1. So I'm going to go to my income per turn card and move it from 1 to 2. All right, so that is it, because I cannot use my market's build action. It is available to me to use because you can use everything as soon as you build it. But I can't afford to use that action. If the bottom there in the middle, it says trade 1 gold for 1 wood and 1 food, or vice versa. I cannot afford it, so I'm not going to do it. That's going to be the end of my actions for this turn, but I get to do one last thing, which is my research action. So I come over to the research board, and I am going to ask for Christmas. I'm going to give myself +1 wood per turn, and I'm going to increase that on my income per turn tracker. So now I have 2 wood per turn. Now I'll pass it over to Dusty.
All right. I have a tough decision to make. A market would be super useful for me to start because it gives me gold. And I would like to have 6 gold. I'd like to get that rolling. I also need gold for research. However, when I play Thimbles, one of the things I love to do is also get a university as early as possible. Now, it sort of depends on who I'm playing against and what they're up to. Alex, even though he's the Mushroom Tribe, and they tend to be more aggressive, he just built himself this nice little market, which means maybe I have like a little extra breathing room for this turn. So I will start my turn. I already got my bonus science when I picked up the bonus for the round or for the initiative at the beginning. I have 1 of each on my income tracker, so I'll move my food, wood, and gold to 1. And then yeah, I'd have to do some fancy stuff in order to get myself to a university. So, but I could build a camp and get that moving. I think I'm going to play it safe here. And I am going to use 1, 1, and 1 in order to build my market. And then just like Alex, I like to put my markets back behind because they're keep them out of the way. They don't need to be like positioned forward. And then with my avatar, if you look at my card, my avatar unit can move 5 and it can attack range of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I wanted to move up there. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I want to move quite that far. And then the other thing I need to watch out for is that while since his avatar can move 3 and range 6, he can shoot me if he's 9 inches or 9 squares away from me. So what I am going to do is I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 like this. And I too will go ahead and gain this encounter to start. And what did I get? 1 free small unit, must have population and space required. Okay, I'm going to save that until I have a place to spawn it from. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. So you've got one last thing to do?
I think I will take wood because I would like to build a university. So now I get 2 wood and 2 gold per turn because of my market and because of my bonus on the research tree.
Nifty little trick from the designer here. If you're ever wondering, is my income per turn card set up correctly, all you have to do is count the icons on all the cards that you have in play, and they will equal what you have on your income per turn, plus any bonuses you've gotten from the research tree.
Yep.
Alrighty, so that's the end of our round, and we'll get to pick initiative again. By the way, this is the period during the turn where we would check for victory conditions. Obviously, it's the first turn. I don't think that either of us has won the game yet, but we're going to take a look at the initiative tracker and see who is closest to the front of the initiative tracker. That's me, so I'm going to get to pick a new bonus, and I'm going to go down there and pick science so that Dusty can't get it twice, and that moves me up on the science track.
Rude. Okay. I think I'm going to take culture.
Oh.
Now, the reason I want to unlock culture is twofold. One, which is a little harder in a short game, is I can win that way if I have my level 2, my 2-star building unlocked, and I get to 10 culture. However, the other thing I have access to is you unlock your source powers based on how much culture you have. And the first source power, the recover is always unlocked, but this strong blow source power is going to be super useful to me, specifically because Alex has, I'll show you on my side, he's got these units, and I see they have, this one's got 2 little cavalry symbols, 2 archery symbols. It means he's got size 2 units. Combat is really nice and clean here. Whenever it's something attacks something, it does a damage equal to its size, right, Alex?
That's right.
And so when you attack a size 2 unit, your avatar by default just does 1 damage. Well, if I have this strong blow, it means I can wipe out his size 2 units in 1 hit if I spend a little source to do so. And so that's going to be really valuable for me. All right. Okay. So you're first on the initiative track. You get to go first.
Yep. All right. I already got my +1 science. Now I'm going to get my income per turn. So I'm going to get 1 food. I'm going to get 2 wood, and I'm going to get 2 gold. Mm-hmm. Now, Notebook Nations is a game that is for people who are just playing, getting used to 4X for the first time, but it's also for people who love to play 4X but are like me and have had to retire from the world of getting incredibly good at 4X games that are super hard.
That take a really long time, like longer than I have time to do.
But because it's part of the landscape of 4X games, there's such a thing as build order, right? And Notebook Nations, you can only really do build order for a couple of turns before things start to get really wacky. But my favorite thing to do in this game is to set myself up to have 2 gold, 2 wood, and 2 food on the second turn, which I just did. I'm going to spend all 3 of them, or excuse me, all 3 of those resources, 2 of each, so I can spawn a temple. I had exactly what I needed to build that temple. That increases my culture per turn by 1. So I'm going to take a token and put that on the 1 on the culture track in my income tracker. And then I'm going to use one of the actions on the temple. The temple can let you trade resources for source, which is useful, but it also can spawn mages. Mages cost 1 source. You can see their cost in the bottom left corner on their card. I kept my one source last turn, so I have exactly one source to spend to spawn mages. Mages pop out. They get built adjacent to my temple. So I've taken my town hall action to build the temple. I've taken my temple action to build my mage. And I'll put my tokens on there so everybody can follow along. Temple's been used. Town hall's been used. All right, now I can move with this mage. My mage, if I check my sheet, it says troops. The eyeball symbol is 5/1, and it has an ability underneath it that says channel one source from the source pool. So I'm going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I'm going to stop. And you can channel from a zone with the source sticker on it. That's what that guy is right there, or stamp. And you can be adjacent to it in order to channel. So I'm going to channel one source. Now I got my one source cost back for building that mage. That is my favorite combo to do. And Nick will punish me for it, but I think Dusty's not ready to punish me for it.
I have different plans. Yes.
4, 5. Yes,
correct.
You've got other things to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of source from the source pool. I have not yet acted with my avatar. And once again, I cannot afford my market's ability, but that's okay. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to spend the one source that I just channeled from the source pool so that I can use my source power 1, which is to move again. 1, 2, 3, cover up the little dragon in the water there. Take my basic action to encounter. Take an encounter card, and this one says +1 source. Lucky for me. I'll spend that right away and get my one source. What a nice turn.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm getting a little nervous. That was a whole.
It's almost like I played this game over 200 times.
I know, right?
So now I'll research the only other thing that I can research, because if you see my token is still in the tier 0 category, so I can put my token down. You can only research each thing once. So I research +1 food per turn. That increases my food on my income tracker, and I'm all done. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Okay. So on my turn, I'm going to get my resources. Now, I am getting 1 food, 2 gold, and 2 wood per turn. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 wood and 2 gold, and I'm going to build myself a university. And I'll zoom in on this. So the university costs 2 wood, 2 gold. That gives me 1 additional science per turn. And so now I've got a little science engine running over here in Science Landia for myself. And I have a special ability on my card that if I build a university, I get a bonus science or a bonus culture. I think I'm going to take that culture. The reason I'm going to do that is it could be advantageous for me to jump up here into the tier 2 sciences, but I really want to get that extra food per turn at the end of this round anyways, just to kind of get things going. I'm also short on gold. So that's why I'm going to do that. Now, Town Hall built a building. The university doesn't have a building action. The market I'm not going to spend anything on, but what I do want to do is I want my avatar to build one of these little fishing camps at some point, or sorry, rather, whoops. No, I want to build a mining camp at some point. Now, if you see here, I have 1 food. I don't have any wood. So I'm not going to be able to do that quite yet. But what I am going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slide up here and make sure that I'm not within 9 of Alex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, but there I am. So if I go back 1, though, let's see. From the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Curses! He's so well positioned. This is quite the conundrum. What do I want to do with myself here? I've
got you pinned down just a little bit here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's the whole point of playing a military civ. I've gotta keep
I think
you
actually,
pinned
you know
up.
what I'm going to do? I think I am going to run up here and take that spot, put some pressure forward on the board, project a little threat. And then while I'm up here, since I can't really do anything else, I have a choice. I could either channel 2 and give myself a whole bunch of extra source, or I could get this encounter. I'm going to go ahead and grab this encounter because I want to see if there's something lucky in here for me. 1 science or 1 culture. Neat. Okay, that is super handy. So
That's
I'm
an
going to
issue.
I'm going to take that science for myself there. For sure. Now it's the end of my turn. I don't have any gold to spend, but that's okay because I still have one of these tier 1 options. That's going to give me some extra food on my turn. Take that. And now we're back to initiative again.
Okay, it's still my first pick, so I'm going to go and grab a little bit of extra food. It's going to leave the science open for him. I'm going to take science again.
Okay, hang on a second because now I got to go look at my buildings carefully and see what I want to do with my life.
See, we're off the rails now because I'm going to give you the chance to leapfrog me and take 2 turns in a row if you take a high initiative, and it's going to totally wreck my...
And I am totally okay with that. So somebody asked the question earlier on the campaign today, and they said, hey, what's replayability like? It seems like if there isn't randomization that you're going to have just kind of the same things happening over and over again. Oh, no. To me, this plays like chess. And everybody starts, on a level playing field with the same pieces. But once your opponent starts doing things, now you have to react, right? Yeah. I had a different plan in mind for this turn, and now I've been given the opportunity to do something interesting with it.
So and I had to change my behavior because of the encounter that you got. And you can see that I had an opening, just like in chess. I knew what I was going to do in my first 2 turns. Mm-hmm. Now everything's out the window because you have a science bonus that I wasn't expecting you to get.
Yep. Okay, so let me think about this. I have a couple options, and the option, it sort of depends on, what do I want to do with my turn? I think I have a good idea of what I'm going to do here because I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, so I have 2 of each resource, or I will. So I'm going to gain 2 food. I'm going to gain 2 wood and 2 gold. I have an option. I either need to make a barracks or a temple in order to kind of get things running. I want to build a camp to start giving myself more resources. That camp takes some wood. I don't have enough wood yet, but I do have a fair amount of gold. So I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my market action here, which lets me swap.
What initiative bonus did you take?
Oh, sorry. I took wood. Okay. Okay, so that gives me the 1 extra wood that I need. Now, okay, 3, 2, 1, 2. All right, so I do know exactly what I want to do with my life. The first thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to do my market action. I'm going to leave, my avatar is currently here, and I want to kind of get some things going. What I'm going to do is kind of rude, and I feel slightly bad about it. Man, I don't know. Should I?
You going to come bop me on the head?
Well... yeah, I am going to do that. But
I genuinely, I do think that they deserve it.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So one of the things I was hoping would happen was that Dusty would be too afraid to move up this far. And then he decided to lean into it, which is smart as the Thimbles because he has a source power that lets him recover for free. So it just basically costs him 1 source to ignore my attacks. And now he's up in my grill, and I don't want him here.
3, 4, 5. I have to decide how I want to go about this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a camp on top of the source pool.
Yeah.
and mess him up. Mess up everything he's got going. Now, it's not going to be perfect. Let's see. If you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, you're going to spawn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, I do know what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to slide around the side here. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to build a camp. And the camp I want to build is this mining camp. Ah, man, I can't quite do it. No, I can't quite get it the way I want to get it. Darn. Okay, let me go back down here and think about this again, because
you're taking it so serious, man. What's the worst that could happen?
Let's see. If you spawn, yeah, the worst that could happen is I'm going to lose in public. It'll be horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're going to be able to get there no matter what. But I see what needs to happen, so I'm just going to do it anyways. Okay, so I'm going to cause, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some area denial here. What I can do is I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to slide myself up this way. Then I'm going to spend my 2 wood. This is not my opening play very often, but like the way the board has laid out has just presented itself to me thusly. I'm going to pop a mining camp right here.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yep. Now, that mining camp gives me an extra gold per turn, which is great because that is going to be really useful for me, especially if I manage to get my alchemist built, and then I can start trading science and gold all over the place. And now, okay, normally that would have been it. I use my basic action to build a thing, but luckily I have this source power called Strong Blow, and I can spend a source, and when I spend that source, I can attack anything I want, and I'm going to bop that guy. So
Alrighty.
He's off the board. So now, what have I done? Alex... I've basically, when my avatar is here, my avatar more or less can't be moved, and he's going to stun my avatar probably. He's going to try and start using up all my source powers and everything like that, causing me to use source to rebuild. But in its current form, on his turn, he will not be able to spawn a mage and get source because I have covered the source with a mining camp and myself.
Yep, so I won't have any ability to channel next turn.
Yep.
Even with him stunned, I still can't reach the source pool.
So I have denied him set ability. Now, the other thing I want to do... The thing I would love to do is I would love to build, because I'm going to start running out of source here as he starts like really like taxing my avatar. I would love to build a temple, but a temple costs 2 wood, 2 gold, and 2 food. And I do not have those things in any format. So what I am going to do is I want to start putting a little, like do some defensive screening to protect myself. So I'm going to spend 1 wood, 1 gold, and 1 food to build a barracks. And then I'm going to place that barracks right about here in the middle of the board. Now that barracks, right now I have 1 option to spawn there. That lets me spawn, if you look at the barracks in the bottom right corner, I can spawn melee, I can spawn cavalry, and I can spawn ranged units. On the science board, I haven't unlocked cavalry, I haven't unlocked range. And so, but what I do have is I have 1 nifty little extra food, and that little food lets me spawn these adorable little soldiers. Okay, so... Now, the question is, what do I do with them? I think what I want to do, his avatar is very slow. And one of the ways that he could win is if he puts his avatar or any of his other units on top of my town hall and he finishes his turn with them there, he gets 1 military victory point, which would
One
end
correction
the game.
there. Avatars cannot walk on town halls. It has to be a unit.
Of course, yes. Yep. But what I want to do now, his avatar, he's going to want to do some things. He's going to want to shoot my guy. He's going to want to try and clear some space. He's going to want to try and advance and cause problems. And so these guys, if you look at your troop board here, they can move 5-1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to put, actually, I'm going to spawn them over here. You can spawn them anywhere adjacent to your barracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to put a little pressure on him. So now he's got to make some decisions because now I've got these troops here. Normally, I don't play this far forward this fast with them, but I feel like this is the type of game where I need to be a little aggressive. I don't necessarily want to end up in his territory, but I do want to screen and protect myself. Okay, that's the end of all my unit actions. I've done all my market stuff. I don't want to trade gold for food. I am making a lot of gold every turn, but I need to spend that gold on a research. So, I am going to get. Boy, I want that alchemist. Do I want the alchemist at the cost of... Oh boy. Okay, so what the alchemist lets me do is it lets me switch gold and science, all I want here. And it gives me culture. It costs 2 of everything, and I could have that built, and I could have that engine running next turn. So now I have a decision to make. Do I give myself access to more units And do those units help me protect myself better, or do I keep ramping my science engine? For the sake of just like really leaning into the theme here, I'm gonna give myself access to my 1-star building.
Solid. Okay, I'm gonna take my turn here. So I'm gonna get my income of
This
one
Alex,
culture.
who could this Alex demote be? Here, let's see what happens if I share this. Oh yeah, this Alex guy seems to be pretty good at Notebook Nation.
Oh my god,
Imagine that.
that guy
Feels
sounds
like
really smart.
that one might be a little biased.
Okay, I've gotten my income, and Dusty is all up in my face, man.
But I'm really not. What I am, I put my shield all up in your face.
You
Just
did.
trying to protect myself.
I think I'm going to do something a little bit unexpected. The first thing I'm going to do is move with my avatar. 1, 2, 3.
Interesting.
Then I'm going to spend 1 source to move again. 1. And I am going to channel that open source spot, and I'm going to use my basic action channel 2. That's going to give me 2 source. And I'm going to spawn a mage for 1 source. I'm going to march that mage forward and stun your avatar.
Yep. So now that my avatar is stunned, he cannot take any basic actions except for recovering from stun.
Yep. And you can also move while you're stunned.
Yep.
Now, because I hit his avatar, all avatars deal damage back. In combat, everybody deals damage to each other at the same time. So I hit him for 1, he hit me for 1. I had to remove my unit. He flipped over. The exception there is ranged units, because ranged units can hit you and you can't reach them back unless you're standing next to them. So now I'm going to spend 1 food, wood, and gold in order to build my barracks. I'm on the back foot. I'm going to spend 1 food to spawn a foot soldier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces to get up there, so I can't quite reach him. I'm going to stay put here so that he's going to have to move towards me if he wants to do anything spicy. Anything else I want to do? I can use my market for the first time, but I want to save that gold for research, so I'm going to chill out. I'm just going to use that passive gold from my market to benefit me, but you're leading me in the gold race now that you've built that mining camp. I haven't built a single camp this whole game. So
everybody knows what the pressure is here. The pressure is one of the ways that you can score a science victory point is by covering 8 nodes on the board here. So I didn't have to make it to 20. All I have to do is cover 8 of these nodes. I've got a pretty good engine going right now, and so there's effectively 5 turns left before I manage to accomplish that.
I'm also taking my single star building to unlock my hatchery.
Nice. And if I do accomplish that before he manages to stop me or do something else, then so there's a timer on him, and there's a lot of pressure right now.
Yes, that is very true. I'm keeping up with him on science for right now, but it's only because I've been taking it on
for now.
Yeah. All right, that's the end of the round.
Okay,
and you get to pick initiative first.
I do, and it's so tough because I don't know what I want.
You totally want science.
I don't think I want that this
You
turn.
totally want to let me go again.
I really don't. So there's some options here. I could take a resource, like I could take food, and if he wants to go before me, I've forced him to take no bonus. But it might be in my best interest to not do that. And I think I'm willing to, if I ask myself, would I pay 1 food or 1 wood to make sure that I go first? I think I would. So I'm taking no bonus because I don't want to give him 2 turns in a row.
That's unfortunate. I absolutely would have taken no bonus to go first. So now the question is, what's more valuable to me right now, science or culture? If I keep hammering on the science, I'm going to be able to get into that tier 3, which is pretty important to be able to win by science and keep up to him, because he's built his university that's giving him 1 per turn. So I have to. All right, Dusty, do your worst.
Okie dokie. All right, so I do automatically get 1 science because I have that on my income tracker. And then I'm going to gain 3 gold. So that brings me up to 4. And I'm going to gain 2 food, brings me up to 3. And 2 wood brings me up to 2. I have a barracks out. That barracks is super useful. I can spawn little guys. I don't have a house built. So right now I do, if you look at the corner of my town hall here, I do have a population limit of 2 regular units, which means I need to be a little bit like picky and choosy about what I'm doing here. I have set myself up this game, and I don't always do this, but in this particular game, I have set myself up to, my avatar needs to do some work. And in order for him to do some work, I have to make some decisions, and I also need some source. So I think it would be nice to build that. It would be nice to build that alchemist, but I've got some stuff already going pretty darn well. And so I think what I'm actually going to do here, well, hang on. Let me look at something. I need to make a decision here. Man. That would be a move. Of all the moves that I could do, that would be one of them. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to
keep things about this game and about strategy, like casual strategy in general, is that you don't always know what the other player is thinking. And it becomes this like social deduction where I'm like, okay, what is Dusty planning? What could I be thinking about right now?
Well, my superpower is that I don't even know what I'm thinking, which is
that is pretty
incredibly difficult for me to predict myself. Maluli says this is Thimble Empire versus Mushroom. I know it sure doesn't look like it, does it? It looks like it might be a little bit role reversal here. Okay, I think I know. I think I probably know what I want to do. I want to. First, let's just get these things out of the way. I'm going to move up here and I'm going to stun your avatar, and I'm going to sacrifice my little melee guys in order to do that. Step 1. Step 2, I am going to activate my avatar, and the work I want him to do is thus. He doesn't really need to do any of that stuff. He could do... It would be nice. It would be sort of horrible and fun. No. Yes. No. I'm not going to do it. I was thinking about building even more camps.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I mean, you could. I can still walk over the buildings that you're building out here.
You can, but gosh, would it be interesting if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. Recover, move. Do I want to be mean and just gum up all your spawning and put another camp like right in your face here and just really push? I mean,
you certainly could if you want to. In a 1VP game, I'm not likely to need all of the development space that I have, though. But if
I'm talking about just keeping you off the source. Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. It's time to just play and not overthink it because I'm thinking the heck out of it. I'm going to spend 2 wood, 2 food, and 2 gold. And in order to do that, I'm going to build myself a temple. And I'm going to put the temple here. And now this is a neat little trick. Is I have 1 source. I'm going to use that source to spawn a mage.
Don't forget to give yourself your 1 culture per turn bonus for building your temple.
Yes, correct. Put it on the income tracker here. Fantastic. Now that mage is going to run forward right there.
Where have I seen this before?
I learned it from the best, actually. And I'm going to have him channel. And when he does, now I get that source back. So I have effectively used that mage, run forward, perfectly position my temple. Good to go. I have a nice little engine running. Now, it's my avatar's turn. My avatar is going to spend that 1 source in order to recover. And then I'm going to use my channel ability to gain 2 source back. So my source power is incredibly powerful because I've ended up with more source than I had in the beginning. My avatar is well positioned to continue blocking this pool. Alex is going to have to recover from stun, which is going to stop him from channeling. And so I'm basically playing an attrition game when it comes to source here. How much source do you have right now?
1.
So he could spawn a mage and try to run it forward, but that mage will not replace that source this turn because I've got the source pool blocked.
Very true.
End of my turn. I have another decision to make. I think I'm going to gain access to
for anybody keeping score at home, if both of us achieve a victory point on the same turn, like if I manage to pace him on science here, the tiebreaker is source, and he owns the source pool now.
I own the source pool now. Okay, so I'm going to just speak out loud here, which I normally wouldn't do. I have some options. I can give myself ranged units would be pretty handy. If he starts trying to advance, I can use my ranged units to run some block, run some defense. However, I'm not exactly resource poor right now, but I could also give myself access to one more town hall. That costs a lot. A town hall costs, where is my town hall here? A town hall costs 4 food, 4 wood, and 4 gold. If I do that, now I can place a town hall somewhere. The danger is he could run up on my town hall and gain a military victory. But it would allow me to make more buildings and keep my engine flowing. And it's a tough call. I think, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 gold, and I'm going to give myself access to range units. Because really the play here now is I got to keep him from ending up on top of my town hall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to do one thing before I did that. So pretend I didn't do that research yet. I spent 1 food. I'm going to spawn another soldier.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so soldier there. He is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to run up and put some forward pressure. But what I want to make sure is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so his guys can't come and counter. So I've got some pretty good defensive screening going. Alex, your turn.
All right. I am going to gain my income. So I gain 1 culture, and I have unlocked my source power 2, which is to do an extra attack.
Ugh.
Now I gain my regular income. That's 2 gold, 2 wood, 2 food. Okay. I'm in a pickle. I am going to exploit the.
A pickle, when you put it in vinegar, I guess is not technically fermented. If you ferment mushrooms, don't they become, what's that called? Kombucha?
Gross.
Yeah, it does become gross.
All right, I'm going to.
I'm very curious to see what's going to happen because I am not playing turns ahead right now. I'm basically playing my turn and seeing what he does and then reacting. It's not the most strategic way to play.
I'm kind of struggling. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to spawn a size 1 unit here. And I'm going to show off our growing unit size.
I'm not a fan of what's about to happen here.
1.
You moved this guy already?
3, 4.
Or was he there?
I did.
Okay, good. But now he's going to be able to,
he's going to be able to move again because he just combined into a size 2 unit. And we swapped the tokens out. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can bop your guy. He does 2 damage and obliterates you, and then you do 1 damage back and shrink me back into a size 1.
You will be remembered, Thimble Guardsman.
He almost was.
So for what happened there? So Alex combined. If you have certain armies can combine 2 units to make a size 2 unit, which he did. When they become a size 2 unit, they get treated like they're a brand new unit that just spawned on the field, which means they can take an action again, which is pretty darn cool. So he basically slingshotted. He had 2 units. He moved them both. He got them combined into 1. They came forward, slingshotted forward, and whomped my little guys that were there. I should have held them back a little more if I had not wanted to waste that resource. What I did do, though, is I brought him back down to 1. So it's not like it was just a total waste. I did bring his size 2 unit back down to size 1.
Very true. All right, now what the heck am I going to do? I need to protect my avatar from getting stunned again. And one of the problems with being slow and not having it's not so bad if I had access to the source pool, but I don't. So now my weakness is exploitable as such a slow
Now my weakness is that I'm sitting on the source pool and I don't want to move, but I want to do things with my avatar.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to take a risk, and I'm not going to do anything else.
That's not true. Amy says pickled mushrooms are a savory, tangy delicacy. I don't believe this. Oh, she Googled it. The Google said that.
Well, if Google said it, I am going to buy access to horses.
Oh, no. Okay, so those are fast-moving units. Horses move 10.
I have to pay one gold damage to do that, so by the way.
What's that?
I had to pay 1 gold to do that. And if you paid your gold, right?
I did. Yep. His threat projection on the board just increased dramatically.
Yeah, I can move really far with horses. That is the end of the round, Dusty. What initiative bonus do you want?
Are we going to do
Dusty feels like he's stuck on no bonus, so I get to sit back here and like get a whole bunch of benefits.
Yeah, so there's a resource play being made here that is making things difficult for me. I can continue to deny him source, but in so doing am denying myself access to certain things like the ability to do stuff. If you take that no bonus, it's going to cause problems for me. It's going to cause problems for me.
Do you remember what I called Notebook Nation's single VP 1v1 when we first met?
I mean, it feels like a fist fight is what it feels like.
Yeah, I called it a fight in a phone booth. You're stuck in a tiny space with another person and you're trying to use like your elbows to get them.
Uh-huh.
And then you switch to 3VP and it becomes a completely different game.
Because I would be playing much further back. I would be playing the long game. I would be looking to build another town hall. I would be looking to advance my science like even harder than I am. All right. So, okay. At the start of my turn, oh no, sorry. It's not my turn yet, but I am going to take no bonus again.
Oh man.
I feel like I cannot let up off the gas here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would have really liked it if you did. I am really incentivized to continue taking science so that I don't have to build a university, but I also am low on food and my army needs food to live.
Especially if you're going to start throwing cavalry forward. Woof.
Yeah, can I afford to not take science for 1 turn? The answer is yes. I can afford to not take science 1 time and still keep pace with your university, because 1, 2, 3 things still need to be researched, but I only need 2 more science to get to tier 3. So I'm going to take food.
So this is interesting. You don't often see the mushrooms try to make a play in a 1VP game for science. Typically they are attacking hard. And I have managed intentionally to box him in to a position where he is having to keep pace on science, to spend his gold on that instead of other things that could be useful to do with gold in order to keep up with the pressure I have put on him.
Yep, it's pretty awkward. Dusty, it's your go.
Okay. Gosh. By the seat of my pants, not the Thimble Empire way. All right, let's see. Okay, so start of my turn. I'm going to gain. Well, I'll just move you and then move back. I'm going to gain 1 culture. I'm going to gain 1 science. Then I'm going to gain 2 food, which takes me up to 2. 2 wood. and 3 gold. What I know all the things that I would like to do. The question is, am I going to be able to do all of them? Okay. I'm just going to see what this looks like if I do this. It does look like I did a thing. And with that, this isn't really meant to block, but I would just like some additional resources to work with here.
I had a cool one-liner saved up for if you were going to walk all the way over and hit my avatar, and you didn't.
What was said one-liner?
And my one-liner was, step into my office.
No, I'm not going to do that. I don't. That's nobody wins in a headbutt. Okay. I think I need to come forward.
You should tell that to Baker Mayfield. That dude's headbutting people with helmets on.
Now, one thing that Alex cannot do is his units cannot overlap my avatar while moving, correct?
I can walk, if I can make it all the way across, like if you were stunned, I could walk over you, but I cannot end my movement on top of you. And while you are not stunned, I cannot move through you.
Yes. So I want to be here.
Yeah, body blocking.
And I'm body blocking your mages from getting to the source pool.
That is correct. Except not quite.
Really?
It's fine. Go about your business.
No. Hang on. Oh, because you could just go over top of the building. Duh. Okay. Gosh. Yep. Dang it.
This cracks me up because if you go and watch Botany and Board play, they're like trying all kinds of things and exploring the game for the first time, and you get one experience, and then you step into this video and you see us playing this is probably the 5th or 6th time you and I have played each other.
Is that it? I think we got to be in double digits by now at least. I mean, we were playing this for over a year together. No, it has to be because I've played every single faction with you at least once, and then
you're right. So it's been it's more than I thought.
It's numbers untold.
But we know each other well enough in this game now that we're much pickier about what we want to do.
Yes, this is an accurate statement. All right, I think I know what I want to do. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going to go for it anyways. First thing I'm going to do.
You know what it is? I stopped storing memories of playing you in this game after Ronan kicked my butt.
Oh my gosh, guys, we played a 3-player game, and Ronan, who is 10 now, but he was 9 at the time, played the mushrooms. And the first thing he did was he had a singular purpose. His singular purpose was to create this nasty little building. Where is it? Where's your
hatchery?
Yeah, where's your hatchery at?
It's
I
right
can't
here.
read it upside down. Here.
Yeah, it's the big skull right here.
Yep. His singular purpose was to get this hatchery spawned. And the hatchery gives you 2 melees, size 2 melee, size 2 cavalry, or size 2 arch or range units. He put that as far forward as he could and then proceeded to just beat us into the ground because we were not prepared for him to play so aggressively.
It was bad news, man. I got obliterated.
I only gave him a few pointers. It was all him. That was the first time he ever played. And ever since then, he's been in love with this. All right. So now what did I do? I paid 1 gold. I was at 4. I'm at 3. I paid 2 wood, and I'm putting range unit on the battlefield here. And with this range unit, so what I'm doing is I'm doing things backwards. I want to do some stuff with my avatar, but I don't know what I want to do with him for sure. So I'm just clearing the battlefield out a little bit for myself. Let's see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my unit's going to go 1, 2, 3 there. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I want to be one more space back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to shoot his avatar with my range unit.
My avatar shoots you back.
It does, yes. So he's off the battlefield. So avatars get to counter, which is fine. I needed to do that. I would have loved to keep him, but it needed to happen.
And if I had been a ranged unit here, I would have had the reach to be able to hit you back as well. But if you had shot my melee unit, he would not have been able to reach you.
Hang on, let me see if I can make something different happen. 1, 2, 4, 5. Nah, I can't quite make it happen the way I want to. I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because the other thing I want to do is I'm going to bring this guy over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to bop your melee guy.
Okay.
So they're both off the board. Okay,
No,
now
my toys.
I've cleared him out of my way. Having cleared him out of my way, what do I have left here? I have food, source, and gold. I could use my market to give myself more food and wood if I wanted. I already spawned a unit from my barracks. I am going to spend a source to spawn a mage and replace the guy who just got knocked out. And then he will channel that source back up. And my avatar, who is just like sitting pretty, could... Nah, I'd have to give access to the pool, and I don't want to do that, because what I really want to do is I want to build a food place on the lake, but you are blocking that.
That is true.
I think my avatar is going to channel 2. He got away this turn without having to do too much, but he's going to have to start spending his source in a little bit. So then the next thing I'm going to do is unlock access to... We are not playing a siege game, but it would be funny. It would be funny. So my 2-star building, sieges take a little longer to get going, to get a siege works up and running. My 2-star building lets me fire my siege engines without having to spend any source, and things get hectic. Okay, so yeah, actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spend 1 gold, and with that 1 gold, I am going to unlock cavalry units. And then I am going to use my market action to give myself a little more economy here. And I'm just going to trade 1 gold for 1 food and 1 wood. And then it will be my turn.
All right, then. You going to research anything?
I researched I did the market action after I researched. I should have done those in reverse, guys. I always think of something else I want to do with my buildings after I do my research. So
I'm gaining my 1 culture.
They're cultured mushrooms.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, cultured mushrooms are a delicacy. 1, 2. Okay. So by not doing too much last turn, I've built myself a little bit of a stockpile of resources, which is important when you need to change the tide of war.
Then what he's gonna do is tell him.
I don't know. I really don't know. Because I would like... Mom said it's my turn to use the source pool. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
How many resources do you have?
A bit.
Enough to build a town hall. Ugh.
Yes, I do.
So what Alex may or may not be up to is he's going to have his avatar... Well, luckily I stunned his avatar, so he can't do it this turn.
Mm-hmm.
But a good strategy for him would be to put a town hall far enough forward that I can't reach it in 1 turn, but that he can start projecting his threats even further forward. If you put down a town hall, if you put down a hatchery, now I could have all kinds of problems. If you put a hatchery in a position where he could start sending cavalry into my town hall, I'd have to hunker back and start putting screeners in place to keep him from making it to my town hall.
I'm going to shoot your avatar.
Ow.
And then I'm going to shoot your mage by spending 1 source and using my source power 2 that I unlocked.
No.
And in doing so, complete 1 of my objectives. Kill a unit using my avatar.
Oh, boo.
That increases my science by 1.
So if he gets 1 more science, then he's in the clear to keep pace with me on this science objectives, and we might be going to a runoff here.
Yeah, which would be a problem for me because I don't own the source pool, and that's
It's a war of attrition that we're playing now. If he keeps making my avatar spend all of his source to accomplish things, I'm gonna run out of source.
Next thing I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? What have you got going on? You've got all the stuff.
I'm so poor. I have not been this resource poor in a game in a very long time, and it's because I saw this opening and I put myself in a position, and I don't want to give you access.
Yeah, it's a struggle, dude, and I'm gonna do something that makes no sense because usually it's the mushrooms that are resource poor because you're spending so much money on your military. I'm gonna spend 1 food to spawn a melee unit, and I'm gonna run him up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And then try to entice you to move your avatar by 1 square so that I can access the freaking source pool. And then I can't believe I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend a food, a wood, and a gold with my temple so I can gain 1 source. Instead of spawning a mage, I can spend a food, a wood, and a gold to get 1 source.
Okay. I'm okay with that, actually, because so now we're into a game. It's like Magic, right? Where you're talking about resource efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
I have forced him to do some resource inefficiency here and keep 1 unit off the board, which is great.
I'm spending 1 gold so that I can research Town Hall. So by unlocking this, my avatar is now allowed to build a new town hall. It takes a lot of resources. Thankfully, I have a lot of resources. And you get a food, a wood, and a gold, and 2 additional pop, and you can start building more buildings per turn because you have 2 towns instead of 1. So Dusty now really is incentivized to keep me stunned.
There's a world here where if he had enough resources built up, again, there's a clock ticking. There's 3 turns left in this game, period. There's
2 turns left.
1, 2, 3. Wait.
1, 2.
No, we've only got 5 covered.
Oh, you're right. Okay, there's 3 turns left. Excuse me.
Yeah, there's 3 turns left in this game. There is a world here where if he built up enough resources, he could put down a town hall, put down a barracks, and get a unit on top of my town hall. In which case, it would behoove him to go second, by the way, because then I couldn't knock him off because he doesn't get the point until the very end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
Where he could, in the next 3 turns, he could do that and basically slap me back, even though I've got all this forward momentum. So now I've got a puzzle, and the puzzle is I have to figure out how am I going to clear his board enough that he can't build that town hall.
It's all little numbers too. This is something that Nick talked about a lot when we were designing Notebook Nations. He wanted to keep the math really simple, but still apply a lot of pressure. It's not like you can't count to 2. But boy, is it hard to figure out how to count to 2 on the board.
Occasionally count to 2. It depends on how much energy I have. Okay, so it's initiative, and I have a decision to make. Do I keep allowing myself to be attrition to death without resources? What do you need? You have 2 meat. You're getting 2 meat per turn. You will have enough to build a town hall, but you will not have enough to build
the barracks or the units.
A barracks. And if you put it, oh gosh. And what do I need? I am just not making many research. I would have at least built like some more camps or something by now. Aye. How much source do you have? You have 1 source specifically because you were forced to use your temple to gain source.
Yes. The secret emergency hatch for if someone does exactly what you're doing, but boy, does it hurt to spend resources.
It would be a lot handier if I had a ranged avatar right now. Although I wouldn't have been able to make it up to block the source pool and to put myself into this situation to begin with. I don't need science. I don't need culture. The question is, do I need wood or meat? You know what? Vindictively, I don't. I'm taking no bonus.
Probably was smart.
Probably, although we're still not 100% sure what the tactic is here.
I can wait to take more science. Give me the food.
I'm doing my best to survive.
And it's your play.
I have chosen the hill I'm going to die on, and I have died on it many times already.
And it's called the source pool.
The source pool. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So it's my turn. I will gain 1 culture. I will gain 1 science. Now I have advanced to that tier 2 or tier 3 sciences.
Oh God, I am a fool.
What did you do?
I should have taken the science.
You can take the science if you like.
I don't think I will because I want to see what happens. This is maybe a potential logical mistake on my part though.
Logic.
Remember 2 turns ago when I was like, I can afford to not take science for 1 single turn, and then something changed. So then my logic changed, but it wasn't the entire puzzle. So
I mean, you're still gonna get this turn, and then you can advance next turn.
I know, but I've set you up to win the game here, I think.
Yeah, because because all I have to do is choose to go after you, and
all you have to do is choose to block the science, and I won't be able to get up.
Yep. Well, yeah. Are you sure you want to do that? I'll let you change it.
Yep, I want to see what happens.
Okay, if you say so. I see, because you're going to try and military me instead of science me. I get it. I understand what's happening now. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, I also want to show that Notebook Nations is not a game that gets lost on 1 decision.
4, 5. Unless you do lose.
I might still. We'll see.
Dang it. I wish my temple was 1 space over this way, because then I would do what I want to do.
Yeah, I swung wide over here.
Instead of being forced to do what I'm gonna do. I think I need to keep your avatar out of commission more than I need to, but then you're gonna move this guy forward, and that's gonna start causing problems for me. And they're right. Now I need to move over 1, which would give you access to the source pool. Would it? You'd be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd overlap my building. Woof. Okay.
There's room for 2 on that couch.
Why do you want that? You want that so that your avatar can become a killing machine.
Yes.
Which is another thing that I myself do not particularly want. Okay, start of my turn. I gain my science. I gain my stuff now, or my culture. Now I'm gonna go and I will gain 3 gold.
Oh my God.
2 wood. And 2 meat. And there's only so many things I can do with my life. You know what? I'm going to pull up a little used rule here. What is the rule for
replacing a building? Is that
what demolishing a university?
Yeah, just pick the building up.
Okay.
You get nothing. You just remove the building, and now you can build another building.
Yep, I don't need that anymore. How many barracks can I have on a town hall?
1.
Mm-hmm.
No duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, as the mushrooms, he used to build 2 markets and 2 barracks, and then he would just upset people all day. Not anymore. That was in the alpha.
I mean, is there a world where I could spawn from the barracks and then rebuild and then destroy the barracks, rebuild the barracks, and spawn from the barracks?
I'm not going to say that we don't have an edge case rule for that, but if you do it, I'm going to be mad at you.
Okay.
It's incredibly resource intensive to do what you're suggesting. Also,
it is not the most efficient way to spend my life. You are
correct.
Oh,
no, there's a rule that says you can't blow up more than 1 of your own buildings each turn.
Okay, well, then that just is. So the university comes back.
No. You're allowed to remove the university and then build something else, but you just can't remove 2 buildings in 1 turn. Or are you saying
Yeah. But if I want to flip the barracks, I have to flip the barracks.
I see.
I don't know if I like this. It feels like I'm spending a lot of resources on a thing I shouldn't do. I'm not going to do it. It would be really great to be the mushrooms and be able to build a hatchery.
Mm-hmm. It is a great 1-star building.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. You can have the source pool. You can have it.
Yay!
You can have it. I don't care.
I never wanted it anyway.
I need to clean the board up a little bit. So my avatar is going to go up. He's going to scoot over 1. When he does that, so I spent 1 source to recover.
Yep.
He's going to move over, and then he's going to attack your unit. Now,
Okay.
avatars fight first, so he's going to whack your unit. By the way, anybody keeping time, we are over an hour, but we've done a tremendous amount of talking here.
Yes, we have. We've done a really poor job of shutting up and playing.
Yep. Okay, so now I have done that. That's clear. Then I'm going to spend 1 meat, and with that 1 spent meat, I am going to spawn a melee unit who is going to spawn here, come forward, and stun your avatar, and he's off the board right away. Then I'm going to spend 1 more source, and that 1 source is going to spawn myself another mage to replace the one that so valiantly died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to run forward. Actually, would he be better there? And could you hit him there? You could hit him with your avatar, but it does put 1 more space of... I know. Thank you, Nick. Nick says, blowing up the building would have been that building's action, so no double dip, you tricky fox. I know. I know. I knew there was something in there because it felt wrong. If I put myself here, am I leaving myself open to attack just by cavalry? So you're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could get me, 9, 10. If I was back here and you spawn your cavalry here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you're going to give me cavalry no matter what I do. So I think I'm going to come up here and just put a little extra pressure on your avatar because I can. Maybe even a little extra pressure on your avatar. Although my avatar is blocking the pool, huh? So if I want to channel. Okay, there we go. So I was at 4 source. I spawned that guy. I did my action. I spawned, and I'm going to go up there. I'm going to channel again. That runs him forward. My avatar recovered and moved over to knock your melee unit out. So he's not a problem. I've taken your guy out. Now the question is, I have all this stuff. Do I want to... I think I'm going to use my market to give myself a little more meat and wood again, because the next turn is going to be an all-out fist fight, and I think I need some units. And then I'm going to research access to Town Hall. Yep. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to copy and paste me some more tokens too.
Sure.
Now, notice that we both got an encounter in the very beginning of the game, and it looked like, we're going to be getting encounters. How fun. And then it turned into a fight, and now we're not picking up encounters anymore.
I've been slowly making my way towards this 3rd encounter. All right, let's see.
Hey, by the way, wait, real quick. This 1 free small unit that I have still sitting on my board, that I still have, that still uses the building action, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And it was not well stated in this text. So when we updated it to publish the game, it's basically it's just clarified. A voucher. It makes the next unit that you spawn free.
Yes, perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay, take your turn. 2 turns left.
Yep. I gained my 1 culture. I'm gaining my 2 of each resource type. Boop, boop. I got the wood. I got wood for days. I'm going to unstun my avatar as her action. I am going to spend a source to spawn a mage and run that mage up to the source pool, and I'm going to channel 1, and that is going to get me my source back.
Boop.
I'm going to spend a single food to spawn a single dude who's going to be super rude and charge you and stun you. And then I have so little that I can do. Oh my gosh. Because you keep stunning my avatar. I mean, I can move my avatar.
I'm basically just trying to force you to have to not or to have to spend all your resources like recovering rather than usually there's more camps on the board. Usually there's
1,
more
2,
building.
3. Stay away from me. Let me
Oh,
build
boy.
my stuff.
You are way over there. What are you building?
Get away. And I'm not spending another dime. I guess I am technically because I'm spending 1 gold to research my
This is-
last tier 2.
I mean, it's still a mush rush if it's late in the game, right?
Yeah, they slept in and then they rushed because they were late. And that's the end of the round.
I have the hardest decision to make.
Yeah, what to do, huh?
Oh my gosh. Okay. How many resources do you have?
I've been saving them up.
You have a lot. So you will have enough to build a barracks and a town hall. I have to stop your avatar from doing that.
Stay away from me.
If you build a barracks and a town hall, barracks, do you have enough to make a cavalry unit?
That's 2 food and a gold.
But you do have a market and but you don't have enough gold, but you could spend some food. But how much food are you going to get? You're only going to get 2 food. And you're going to spend, so that's 6, 5, but you could get food on your turn if I take no bonus, which would give you enough to get you could finagle a cavalry unit.
I could finagle a cav, yeah.
Okay, so if you put the town hall there and you put the barracks there, you could spawn 2, 4, gosh, you could even get there with a melee unit. Okay, kids, what's the play here? Because he stopped playing the science game. Now, I could choose science, but if I choose science, then he's going to choose culture because he wants to go second. So I have to, how do I keep his avatar from building a building? I have to stun the avatar. But if I stun the avatar, then he's going to be able to take science and he's going to be able to get himself up to the science play. Gosh.
You're like Doctor Strange.
I'm deep down the rabbit hole, that's for sure.
You saw all 1 trillion futures.
No bonus.
Okay. If you're taking no bonus,
You're taking meat. Yes. I am not surprised by this.
I am going to take science.
I can see at least 3 ways that he could win next turn.
Yep, I'm taking the science.
This is not the turn, but next turn there are 3 ways this could go down. And the question is, how do I stop this from happening? Yeah, Amy suggested that I go get Ronan. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an issue for me.
The master tactician himself.
I'm 0-1 against Ronan.
I have never taken, not only have I never taken no bonus this many times, I hardly ever take no bonus. I have put myself into a situation here.
Yeah, okay. A lot of the time it can feel poisonous because think about how many bonuses I've gotten this game you have.
Yep. So yeah, so where I have cost you resources in source, you are making up for said resources in just raw like bonuses from taking the round. That's how you got your science all the way up. I could have actually probably stopped you if I had taken science once or twice.
Yes. But you committed to taking no bonus permanently too early, I think.
Yeah, did I? Let's see what happens. Okay, my turn. I have gained my science and my culture. Now I am going to gain 3 gold, 2 wood, and 2 meat. I am going to do my avatar stuff first. So I'm going to spend 1 source to recover. I'm going to attack your mage.
Oh, man.
I didn't put enough
pressure. You were going to leave my mage alone.
I'm going to move over here and say, nope, taking my spot back.
Okay.
And then that's his turn. Now my mage, darn. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to channel 1.
What will you do?
He is going to move. If I spawn here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm doing it. This guy's moving 1. I'm going to... Now I can't... When I spawn this next mage... Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spawn another mage. That mage is spawning here.
Okay.
He's going to run forward, and they're going to double up.
Yep. And now he gets a fresh turn.
Yep. So now that he's double mage, and he was right there, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That is deeply unfortunate for me.
And he's going to hit your avatar. Now, that turns him down into a level 1 mage again. So he's still hanging out right there. Hey, how's it going, friend?
It could be better.
Now, I am going to... Could be better. Yeah, it could be. I am going to spawn... a melee. I'm gonna spawn a horse. Dupe. And I'm going to take that horse here and put it there.
Jeez.
And box you in. Okay. Now I got lots of gold. I got lots of source. I think I am going to use my... No, I spawned out of the temple, so that's done. I've used those things. How much source do you have? 1. Okay. Interesting choices to be made. Now I'm going to spend 2 gold. And having spent that 2 gold, I'm going to unlock access to my 2-star. No, yeah, that's fine. Access to my 2-star. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to gain my 1 culture. I'm going to gain 2 of each resource. Well, up. I have the world's strategic supply of wood.
Locked down.
Because I haven't been able to build anything with my avatar all game.
Neither have I. I usually, the first thing I try to do every game is typically put down 1 of each camp.
Yeah.
I have not done that.
Yep, you engaged immediately. Never.
I knew I had to go aggressive or I was going to regret it. I may still live to regret it.
1, 2, 3. Unstun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to spend a source to shoot you. Ooh, can I afford to do this? I have to. Then I'm going to spend 1 of each resource to buy a source back.
Did you watch the first season of Daredevil on Netflix?
Yeah. I'm taking it back, by the way. I'm not stunning your guy that way.
Okay. Do you remember how like half the fights Daredevil ends up like barely just like limping away like exhausted? That's where we're at. Right here, right now.
I'm running up my 1 guy that I bought with a single meat, and I'm going to stun you that way. It's way cheaper to stun you for 1 food than it is to stun you for 1 source.
Sounds good. We're out of resources. Actually, I'm sitting on a pile of resources
I
specifically
have a
because I
bunch of
haven't been able to
resources.
do anything.
And I am going to spend. Actually, I'm going to spend my 1 free research for 2 gold for free. Access my 2-star building.
Nice.
And it is initiative time. I have never in my life taken this many turns to build up resources in the hope that I'll be able to build something, but I never will. You have now assured me that I'm never going to be not stunned. This is also, I think, the most times I've been stunned in a Notebook Nations game ever.
This is quite the tough decision.
But if I'm real with you, Dusty, that was my strategy. As soon as you started stunning me, I started moving my guy further and further forward so that you would be forced to spend resources on your military.
Yep.
Instead of spending those resources elsewhere.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
In a 1VP game, if somebody finishes the game with 2 VP in the same turn,
they would win.
Mm-hmm.
Because the source is only the tiebreaker if you have the same number of VP. But if you had 2 VP and I had 1, you would win.
You know, I had. You remember yesterday I was like, hey, we should show them a game. We'll show them a typical 1VP game. And it turns out that every game is not typical.
There's no such thing as a typical game. And I think I know what you're going to do. And I'm really upset about it. I cannot believe it. I did not guard myself. And you're going to come up. You're going to walk up and you're going to 1-2 combo the crap out of me, aren't you?
The question is, should I do that first and give you an opportunity to defend yourself, or should
I'll be able to clear you off if you do it first. So you're going to have to go last if you want.
I don't know if I can clear you off though if you go last. Okay.
Only one of us can unstun and keep our basic action.
I am moving off the no bonus. Let it be said that I did not camp there the entire game. And I will become more cultured, sir.
Time for meat. I've been waiting for you to give me the chance to use my avatar, and I need to use it right now to do something smart. I don't know what that is. I'm going to gain my 1 culture. I'm going to gain 2 of each resource and hit 9 wood.
Oh my gosh. There's a bonus score in there somewhere, right?
For a different army, somebody that I think it's seeds. If you have too much wood that you cannot move your token further, then you get a culture or a science. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, here it is, team.
One, 2 of each resource to build my hatchery right in the middle of the table.
Oh no!
2 culture per turn.
Oh,
by the way, I'm only 4 culture away from winning via culture.
Oh no! I hadn't thought about the hatchery.
The thing about the hatchery is you have to spawn size 2 units, and they're extremely expensive because you have to pay the cost for 2 size 1 units to spawn them. So to spawn a size 2 cavalry, I have to spend 4 food and 2 gold. Thankfully, I thought about that 4 turns ago. 1, 2. Oops, I'm moving everything. 1, 2. There we go. It's 2 gold and 2 food plus 2 extra food. There we go. That's 4 food and 2 gold. That was probably the most complicated way I could have done that. Sorry. That spawns a size 2 horsey. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 directly onto your town hall.
So now, if I do not clear that guy off my town hall by the end of the game, Alex will get a military victory point. End of the round. Well, I mean, this is the end of the game.
It might as well be. Because we're gonna each.
If he's on my town hall at the end of the round, he gets a military victory point, and he's gonna have. Do you have enough gold left?
I do. I have 2 gold left.
Okay.
And I can get 1 more gold if I need to use my market.
Yep.
Which I'm not going to. I'm going to spend my 1 food and 2 wood on an archer. And I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move. And I'm going to move that archer back 1, 2, 3 and cover 3 of my buildings with him.
Turtle up. If I had occupied any of his other buildings, they too would not be able to take their action.
They would turn off, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can do, Dusty. I mean, I have a source. I could use a source power here. But what would I do with it? I don't want to do anything with it. Because I want it for the tiebreaker. We both have 2 source.
You're going to need it for the tiebreaker.
But you can get a mage up to the source. No, you've kind of boxed yourself out. You can unstun yourself for 1 source and then channel 2 and get to 3 source and you'll have the tiebreaker.
Yes. But I'm not going to be able to do my military play, which I don't think I can make happen anyways. So that's okay.
Yes. All right. There's nothing I can do. It's in God's hands now.
it's in the Thimble Emperor's hands.
I suppose that's true. All right. I'm researching my final research. I will get a science VP this turn at the end of the round.
Yes. You're not getting a military VP. So help me. All right. I think I have to. There's nothing tricky for me to do here. I have to spend a source to recover. Then I'm going to have my avatar just channel 2 because I need that tiebreaker. I wanted to move my avatar forward and have him go and attack and try and take the building for like a cleaner multi-VP win here.
Yeah.
But, okay, so now, Horsey, 2, 4, 6, 8.
You can't reach.
Nope, I can't reach. So what I need to do is I need to make room. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1
What's happening here is Dusty is at his population limit.
Yep. Boop.
Important to notice, by the way, I have a size 2 unit and I have a size 1 unit here. I only have a pop of 2. Population does not count the number of icons. It counts the number of cards.
And by the way, in order to do this, I have to get 1 unit off the board in the first place. So This guy's going to come over here and attack your avatar and remove himself from existence. You will be missed. Then this guy, I'm going to spawn. My barracks is going to spawn melee unit. I'm going to come and knock his horses down to size 1. And then, oh
boy.
Oh,
what do you have to do?
Oh, no. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, no. Huh.
You know what you have to do.
I'm not 100% certain that I do. What is in here? I don't think I see it. I have to spawn a mage to kill this guy. What's the second tiebreaker?
The second tiebreaker is priority.
Which you'll win.
Yep.
How do I get a source back after?
Oh, actually, that's not true, Dusty. The second tiebreaker is initiative, not priority. We changed that.
I do remember this.
Nick told me that it wasn't fair to do it by priority, but it's instead by initiative. Whoever has the lowest initiative on the final round will win, which is you. So taking culture on the final turn was actually a pro gamer move.
It sounds whoever has the highest, like who goes last, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to spend a source. It sounds like you see something I don't see here, though.
Yeah.
What do
you could spawn a mage?
I'm doing that.
That's what you got to do. Now you're not going to win the source tiebreaker, and you can bop me off your town hall.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't realize. Yeah, I'll win the initiative tiebreaker, but I wanted to. But before I wanted to win source tiebreaker. Okay, there it is. Now, that was an hour and a half, but I think I spent about 45 minutes talking there. So I'll go back. For the sake of it, I'll go back and actually time it. I have won, right? Did I win? Well, I technically have to spend my last 2 gold. Here,
well, let's walk through it, okay? So you spend your last 2 gold and you get your town hall. And then now we go to the VP step. So I get a VP for science. You get a VP for science.
Science.
And then we check source. We both have 2 source.
We are tied.
Is this all because I didn't have enough gold to buy 1 extra source in the last round? Anyway, okay, so we're tied on source, which means that it goes to initiative. You have the lowest initiative, meaning you're moving the slowest, and that gives you the final tiebreaker.
Oh, wait, hang on. There was a thing for this, wasn't there? Hooray! Well, there you have it, everybody. That's Notebook Nations in about 45 minutes with a whole bunch of talking on top of it. Any parting words, Alex?
Somebody call the designer and tell him we ought to change the game again because I lost. It was a pleasure playing with you, Dusty. I really appreciate it.
I'm trying to remember how many times I've actually beaten you, and it's not many. Okay, so at least I did not. I comported myself well publicly, which is great.
I think honestly, clamping down on the source pool, the strategy that you picked was really good because it opened up a weakness in my avatar, and I had started committing. You kept stunning me instead of changing your priorities. You did things that I tried to scare you off of, like taking that early encounter. I thought you would back up 1 and stay away from it so that I couldn't shoot you, but you chose to do it anyway.
I would have done it with any other avatar, but not with this guy because he can recover.
Yep. That is the power of the...
By the way, I never actually used that free unit. So you know what? I probably should have just used that, and then I would have won on source.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I forgot.
You're right. You could have used that to pay for your mage.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. You went on the source tiebreaker. I think that you strategically just played it really well. And I probably lost the game when I overcommitted my avatar, which is something I tell people not to do.
Yeah.
Because I could have just hung back down here. Like, if I had just, like, not hung on to, like, I'm going to make it up. If I had stayed back here and built my hatchery back here, or built a town hall back here, I would have been able to apply a numbers game and really press you.
Yep, and you would have been putting out more units than I was for sure. So
yeah, post-game report is like my favorite part of the game, by the way, because there's so many. Like, that game was only 8 rounds long,
which is crazy.
And I still feel like there were 8 things I could have done differently to slightly change the outcome of the game. Except I do like my first 2 turns as the mushrooms, the way that I played them.
Imagine it as a 3 victory point game.
Oh my
God. I mean, it wouldn't have been 8 more rounds or 24 rounds to get there. It probably would have been maybe 2 more rounds because things were escalating. They were spiraling out of control.
I was 2 turns away from getting a culture VP, and I had my hatchery on the board, which means it's just a matter of time.
All you had to do is get to 10 culture. Yep, exactly. That might have got away from me now that I probably would have played things a little differently though. So
you wouldn't have clamped down so hard because you knew you only had to hold it for a certain number of turns.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thanks a bunch, everybody who joined us today. Notebook Nations is live on Kickstarter right now. I did a rookie move and I realized I didn't put the link in the YouTube video. So as soon as this video is published, the link will be there for everybody to join the campaign if they would like to. This is the 2-player version of the base game with the 2 of the nations, the Mushroom Tribe and the Thimble Empire. They also have the Humming Republic and the Seed Children in the base game. And this map doubles in size to become a 4-player board. So there's 3 different maps, 2, 3, and 4-player. And it's really slick how we got the board set up to do that. Just flip, and you choose what side you're playing on. We've also got 4 more nations that you haven't seen here. The Snowy Alliance, the Hamster Kingdom, what are the flame guys called?
Ember Spirits.
The Ember Spirits. I've totally lost off the top of my head. And the Sandy Swarm. Tons and tons of fun variety. You saw all the different ways that we were playing things, all the different ways that we were using our units and using our abilities. And gosh, I can just play this over and over, and the kids love it. Oh, Amy's got something too. What's the best part? Oh, gosh, the most important part of the whole campaign. I totally forgot about that. So unlike most Kickstarter campaigns, Notebook Nations is done and ready for you guys. It is going to begin shipping within 2 weeks of the campaign ending. So if you back the campaign now, you don't have to wait 9 months. You don't have to wait 12 months. You don't have to wait 2 years. This game will be in your hands by July, and you will be playing it. So join us on the campaign. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Alex, thank you as always for
good game.
Making me my brain tired. And thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.